Imagine hitting play on your favorite movie and the room instantly shifts like the walls fall away and you're suddenly sitting inside the scene. That's the magic of a real home theater system, not the simulated stuff you get from TV speakers or sound bars trying their best. Today, we're going through the 7 best home theater speaker systems ranked from good to absolutely ridiculous. And yes, we're starting with something budget-friendly, but trust me, by the time we get to number 1, your inner movie nerd is going to want to move furniture around. Number 7. Bobtot B48. The Bobtot B48 enters this list as the "Don't Underestimate Me" pick. On paper, it's a 700-watt 5.1 setup, which already sounds suspiciously powerful for its price. But after actually listening to it, the surprising part is how clean the sound is for such a lightweight system. The front and rear speakers look tiny and have permanently attached cables, which can make setup a little annoying. But once everything is connected, the B48 fills a room way better than you'd expect file-sighted. What makes the B48 fun is how loud it gets, without immediately falling apart. Explosions have punch, voices stay clear, and the 5.25-inch sub adds actual depth. Not the hollow rumble you sometimes get at this price. The optical input is a nice bonus, and for anyone using a projector, this system is kind of a cheat code. Now, it's not perfect. Bluetooth works, but some users say it disconnects more often than it should. And the longer you look at the cables, the more you wish they were detachable. But for an entry-level 5.1 that can genuinely shake a backyard movie night, the B48 is shockingly solid. Number 6. Bobtot K701s. Jumping to number 6, the Bobtot K701s is like the B48's older brother who grew up, hit the gym, and learned some good manners. It pushes 800 watts, has a noticeably nicer subwoofer, and finally gives you the ability to individually adjust speaker levels. That means if your couch is against a wall, or your room layout is weird, you can actually tune things properly. What I appreciate is its flexibility: HDMI IRC, optical, coaxial, Bluetooth 5.3. It basically connects to anything that makes sound file-sighted, and when the system is dialed in, the room feels fuller and more cinematic than anything in this price bracket should. But let's keep it real. Yes, it gets loud, but the bass doesn't always live up to the wattage claims. Some people even say the sub gets hot after long sessions, which you definitely want to keep an eye on. The wires also feel like they were designed by someone who hates cable management. Still, for living rooms, gaming setups, or smaller home theaters, the K701s hits that sweet spot where performance meets price, especially for people upgrading from TV speakers. Number 5. Bobtot K901s. At number 5, the K901s is where Bobtot stops pretending to be budget and goes all in. This one brings 1,200 watts peak power and a genuinely strong 10-inch subwoofer, which makes explosions in movies feel more like mini earthquakes. The LED lighting is flashy and fun, especially if you're hosting movie nights or gaming, and I love that you can control each speaker's volume individually. It supports everything: HDMI RC, optical, AUX, Bluetooth 5.3, so even older TVs or consoles will work flawlessly. File-sighted. The soundstage is surprisingly wide, and the bass hits hard in a way the lower models just can't match. But this model has drama. Some users report long-term durability issues, especially with the subwoofer or wireless connections. And because the satellite speakers use proprietary cables, you can't easily replace them if you move or rearrange your room. When it works, though, the K901s feels like a legitimate, room-shaking home theater system, not a toy. For the price, it's an absolute monster. Number 4. Bobtot KW88. Number 4 is the Bobtot KW88, basically the extrovert of this entire list. Everything about it screams party mode. We're talking 1,000 watts, 4 wireless satellite speakers, LED lighting, an 8-inch subwoofer, and built-in FM radio, because why not? The coolest part is that the wireless satellites actually stay connected. You can put them up to 32 feet away, and they sync automatically when the system boots up. File cited. That saves you from the spaghetti cable chaos most home theaters cause. Sound-wise, it's punchy and fun. Not studio accurate, not reference grade, but entertaining. Movies feel immersive, music feels loud and energetic, and the center channel handles voices better than I expected. The system even supports ARC, optical, and Bluetooth, which covers every modern TV setup. The trade-offs? The build leans heavily on plastic, and while the sound is powerful, it can get muddy at higher volumes. Some users mention long-term reliability concerns, particularly with the wireless link. But if you want a full 5.1 system that looks alive, sounds alive, and immediately upgrades the energy in a room, the KW88 is hard to ignore. Number 3. Logitech Z906. Now entering the top 3, the Logitech Z906 is a legend, the kind of system people keep for 10+ years. This is the set gamers love, DJs use for home mixing, and movie fans trust to just work. You get 500 watts RMS THX certification and a subwoofer that's basically a controlled explosion in a box. Yes, it's marketed as a PC speaker system, but don't let that fool you. The Z906 absolutely belongs in a living room. File cited. I love the versatility. Optical inputs, coaxial, 3.5mm, RCA. You can plug almost anything into it. And even though it lacks HDMI, the sound quality makes up for it. Explosions have weight, voices stay incredibly clear, and the system can fill an entire floor of a home without breaking a sweat. The downside? The satellites aren't as refined as true home theater speakers, and the lack of HDMI means you're stuck with lossy surround formats. But honestly, once you crank this system up, none of that matters. The Z906 is loud, fun, and built like a tank. If you want reliability and raw power, this is the safest pick on the list. Number 2. Klipsch Reference Theater Pack 5.0. Number 2 is where we step into real audiophile territory. The Klipsch Reference Theater Pack 5.0 is tiny, almost suspiciously tiny. But when you press play, the room suddenly fills with clean, accurate sound in a way cheaper systems can't replicate. Those signature Tractrix horn-loaded tweeters bring crisp detail, and the wireless subwoofer blends smoothly without hogging the soundstage. Together, the system produces surround imaging that feels natural and expensive, something no budget system can mimic. File cited. The best part? These speakers are so small they practically disappear in your living room. Perfect for anyone who wants great sound without turning their house into a speaker museum. The cons are simple. It's pricier than most compact 5.1 systems, and larger, more expensive setups will outperform it. But if you want a clean, minimalist, set-it-and-forget-it home theater that still sounds premium, Klipsch nailed it here. Number 1. Klipsch Reference Cinema System 5.1.4. Here we go, the king of the list. The Klipsch Reference Cinema System 5.1.4 is the closest thing to a true movie theater experience without knocking down a wall in your house. And the crazy part? It's actually affordable when on sale. This setup gives you 4 Dolby Atmos satellite speakers, which fire sound upward to bounce off your ceiling. That means rain sounds like it's falling from above you. Helicopters actually feel like they're circling the room, and action scenes suddenly have vertical movement that plain 5.1 systems just can't replicate. File cited. Klipsch uses their premium copper drivers and Tractrix horns, which make dialogue insanely clear and effects incredibly dynamic. The 10-inch subwoofer hits harder than anything else. In this roundup, you feel it in your chest. Watching a movie like Mad Max, Fury Road on this system is a full-on experience. Surround steering is seamless. Voices cut through even the loudest scenes. The height effects make everything feel huge and cinematic. If there's a drawback, it's that the setup takes patience. 10 speakers means 10 wires, and the binding posts aren't the friendliest. But once it's running, this system is ridiculous. Out of every home theater system on the list, this is the one that transforms your room. Thanks for hanging out through all 7 systems. Whether you're on a tight budget or ready to dive straight into Atmos, there's something in this list that will completely change how you watch movies at home. If you want the safest pick, go Logitech. If you want elegance, go Klipsch. If you want insane value and loud fun, Bobtot has plenty of options. Let me know which one you're leaning toward, and if you want a full setup guide video, I can make that next.